Good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, guys, that was some crazy storm that hit our area last night.
Yep. We were literally just like, we're skeezing by, to be quite honest. This last week, it's honestly, we've been right on the outskirts. Here's the storm. Here's us.
It's been tap dancing all around us and right next to us. It was actually right over us last night. But for whatever reason, we didn't get affected by any of it. So praise God.
Yes.
But it was going right straight headed towards Booneville. It was in Mansfield. It was in Greenwood, all the stomping grounds that we take you guys through when we're driving and going getting supplies and stuff like that.
Yep.
Now Gary and I, we live in the outskirts out here in the sticks, right? But as the crow flies, the town is only, less than 10 miles away. As the crow flies, it takes, time to drive there because you're driving up and down through the mountain.
No.
But realistically, it's really not that far away.
No.
And
it was at the point, we seen it hit Mansfield, and that's when it was alert in our head, crap. All right, it's in that area, and that's if something hits over there,
if it hits Mansfield or if it hits Mina, then we're oh man.
No, or whatever's in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Because it just tends to come that way, and that's when it's oh crap, got to pay attention, see what's going on. And yeah, thankfully we, like I said, we've been just skeezing by this whole week.
We've been getting very, very lucky. God has definitely been blessing us with that.
Yeah.
It was pretty scary though last night. We had all the alarms going off, and I had to call the girls in town and my mom and stuff. I couldn't get a hold of my mom, but I did get a hold of Brittany and Colin. They were freaked out because they live in a camper, and they were freaked out. So they're inside my house asleep on the couch right now.
No.
Colin's got work later on today, and I think Brittany's going to hang out with us today.
No.
But they were freaked out, and they're like, "Can we come over to your house, Nani?" I'm like, "Come on." So the way that we built our house, it definitely, I'm not scared when tornadoes come by. The worst that could happen is property destruction and animal loss of life, which would be devastating.
If it's going to happen, it's going to happen is the way I look at it. I got a lot of faith, so if it's that time, then it's that time, you know, but we're also not ignorant in the sense that we will go and seek shelter when needed, you know.
But there's quite a reason why Gary overbuilt the basement the way that we did. I mean, yes. I personally know how deep those holes are for the footers. I was in them. I was jackhammering them. They're deep.
And I ain't done either.
And there's so much rebar and concrete and everything through our entire basement. Not saying that it couldn't happen, because I've seen on the news major destruction, right? But our basement is pretty. It's a shelter. It's some place where you go and you shelter.
No. So
it makes us feel safe when we're having those storms. We just go and hide out in the back part of the basement and stay away from the doors and the windows. And
I do have future plans to even put in a safety tie-off aspect down in the basement.
You can do the movie Twister.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna anchor in some bolts, and we're all going to harness up if it really comes down to it, right?
See, I don't think that's realistic. I don't feel like that's realistic at all. I think that that's just Hollywood. From footage, granted, what do I know? I just moved out in this area. But from footage, what it seems like is things collapse on you.
Yeah.
That's
more so the worry, right?
Yeah, yes. That's the worry, is things collapsing on top of you.
Correct.
But I mean, hey, better safe than sorry. Whatever you want to do, babe. Whatever you want to do. I won't knock it.
My thing is that I'm not worried about the walls, right?
Mm-hmm.
If something sucks the house up and gone, and it ends up somehow taking out the floor system with it, at least
all the work you've done out here.
At least now I'm tied into an anchor bolt in a sense. To where I ain't getting sucked out of the basement.
Gary's building this house to be indestructible.
Well, even though they
never test God, though, right?
No, and that's where I'm saying I will go the steps and beyond in a sense of that aspect to make sure. But
yeah,
if it was just me, I only that's one thing.
Yeah.
But.
Well, I want to send my thoughts and prayers to everybody out there that was affected by the storm. And I want to send my, thoughts and prayers and well wishes and love and support and everything out there to everybody that's been affected, or if you know somebody that's affected. There's actually a YouTube family that we know. We've met them in person before. We don't know them like super close or anything, but we have met them before. They are in our community.
Really good people. Very,
very good-hearted people. And it's Sherman Family Farms. And we actually woke up this morning. We were doing our scrolling and stuff, right? And they lost all of their animals. Please go show some love to Sherman Family Farms. I'm going to try to put a link down in the description below. Go check them out, man, and give them like just at least some words of encouragement, some prayers, some support, because I know that they could definitely need it right now. I don't know what I would do if I woke up and my animals were gone. It would be devastating to me. And I'm sure that they're going through a very hard time right now. So if you guys, again, they're in our community, they're out here, they were affected, and they could use some prayers and some support. And if you guys are watching, Sherman family, we love you guys.
Yes.
I know we don't know you super, super well, but we did meet you, and we thought you guys were awesome people. And we're sending our love and support to you guys.
I know that, there was a lot of tornadoes right now. Like Oklahoma City got hit.
Yeah, Nebraska,
Illinois. Like this was a huge storm system.
A very big storm system.
Our heart is out there with all of you guys that were affected and everything else like that. And we hope you guys all the love and all the prayers and everything goes out there for you guys, because it's always that time of the year, Yeah,
spring is definitely nadir season out here. You get lots. It's very unpredictable with the weather. Hey, watch it. We got Brittany and Colin's dogs in the yard too, so they're being extra feisty this morning. But this time of year is always extra. You never know what's going to happen. There's rainstorms, there's thunderstorms, it's really hot, and then all of a sudden it's cold, and you never really know what's going to happen. Spring is springing out here in Arkansas, and that definitely means nadir season. At least from what we've been able to tell.
Yeah, it's we of course moved from the desert to Tornado Alley area.
I'll take it though. You know what? I'll take it. You got earthquakes and stuff in California. On the coast, you got hurricanes, it's just, you got fires, wildfires and stuff over there too. So it's like,
there are certain things,
There's flooding in different areas, There's natural disasters can happen anywhere. And tornadoes, although they are very scary, right? Because it's this big wall of spinning air with debris and stuff flying around in it. It's very unpredictable. And then the hail and the rain and all that. It's scary, but at the same time, it lasts for a very short amount of time. It's very quick. It's not like it's, but that's the scary part, is that it's like, they used to call it like the hand of God or the finger of God or something like that, where it's like, oh, ba-boom, And that's honestly what it's like, though. That's like what it's like. It's like, boop. So I don't know. And it's very terrifying.
No, it is. It is definitely terrifying. There's, it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
And it's good to, be out here in this area, but at the same time, that's the one thing that scared the living heck out of me, moving from over there to over this way.
But the longer we spend out here, the more we're becoming like everyone else that's lived out here forever. The more this time that we live out here, the more we're getting kind of used to these being just something that happens during this season. You take your precautions, and
always stay weather alert.
I
mean, that's the big thing. I love NOAA because that's my weather
that's the NOAA .gov.
I mean, that's where all the radars are coming from, is it's NOAA. I mean, that's
Gary spends lots of time on NOAA each day, figuring out where's the rain coming,
I don't even use
what's
the
going
app.
on.
I didn't know that they had an app. I use the website, actually.
Well, the app says it's free, but you have to pay for it, or else you get like bombarded with a ridiculous amount of ads and you can't even do anything. So the app to me is worthless.
I use the website.
The website's better.
That's all I do. Yeah. But I mean, it gives you all the same data that everybody else is getting.
Yeah.
And you can move around a little and see, but no, I'm always on that thing. And when I hopped on there and when you told me, I was like, okay. I sat there for like 30 minutes watching the radar, refreshing it, seeing what's happening exactly. I'm like, okay, wait, we're good.
Yeah,
that's over that way.
What was freaking out like Brittany and Colin was that second storm cell that was behind us, and we didn't know which way it was going to go. Like when they came over and when they came they came over last night, we were still in like a 30 to 40 minute wait time between that second cell that was coming. And so it was like, well, we're just going to come over, Nani, and hang out because this one, who knows which way it's going to go. No. We got lucky and it ended up blowing more north of us.
Went the same exact path as
the other one.
The other one, so
we ended up getting lucky there, obviously. But at the same time, like, you never know. Sometimes they can take a hard right and go east, like direct east.
They do, so that's why you want to keep an eye on it, you know. Yeah. But it got to a point, you know, last night or whatever. Once it got like level wise with like Booneville area, I was like, we're good.
Yeah.
With that second one, but that's just because it's like it ain't. I don't think it's gonna go south.
No, they don't.
You know, at that point,
they don't.
I feel like they more so go like northeast aspect or east. You know, I don't feel like they go the other way. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be way wrong.
They don't. I mean, I guess it depends on which way the storm is coming from. But no, they usually go from the south to the northeast.
No.
But anyhow, that's enough of that. This weekend, guys, we haven't posted since Thursday. And this weekend, we got a lot of stuff done.
Yep.
But we also took some time in with the family.
Yep.
And it was raining. We did have quite a bit of rain on Friday, and then Sunday it was really sporadic where it would like dump.
Friday it rained a little bit.
Yeah.
Saturday it was raining pretty much all morning.
Yep.
And then yesterday it barely rained.
Well, it did its thing where it would dump, and then it would be like how it is right now. Birds chirping, just overcasty, everything's wet, you know. So Gary was going to come up here and start cutting out some of these rafters because we've got his template all ready to go right here. But he made a quick right turn and decided to change his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of did a thing.
I couldn't help it, you know.
Actually, if I move just a little bit this way, you guys might be able to see something going on.
Maybe.
But,
so yeah. We got some stuff going on, you know. We got some chickens coming to the 41.36 here
this week.
Yeah,
this week.
So we gotta. I had to take a hard right, and it's supposed to be raining, and it did one of those numbers where it was like it's calling for rain, but it barely rained, and then like I got all my stuff out there, and guess what happened? It rained. Like I was bouncing back and forth so much.
He was trying to decide like what he was going to do, you know, as far as like, should I cut out all those things? Cause I know I can be safe and do that and the rain won't bother me. But on the other hand, like there's that nagging, I got to get this done. For those chickens and for the animals, like it needs to get done.
Yep.
So he went and spent a bunch of time over there. We're actually going to jump back on that today. Because sometime this week, I think towards the end of the week is actually when we're going to be getting our delivery.
Yeah, it's like May 1st to like the 3rd or something like that.
Well, the 1st is Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I think the 3rd is exactly Friday. So we don't have very much time. And then I know that like we're going to be battling with storms again all week this week. Because again, it's just that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
So Gary and I this morning, we're going to go out and we're going to cut some more metal and we're going to start putting everything up, making the walls. We have had some really good conversations on how we want to plan and where we're going to put the doors and stuff. And we've changed our mind again. We've changed our mind again.
Go figure, right?
Go figure. But the thing is like, as we're building it and we're having conversations and we're talking about like our day-to-day life and where we're going to be putting things and stuff, we're kind of like feeling out the flow. And when you first have an idea, you kind of like, you picture the flow, but then when you start building it up and then you feel the space, then the flow might change. I don't know. That's how we work, at least.
You start thinking other ways and you start like, oh, wait, hold up. Let's try to figure this out. What if we did this? What if we did that? Because, I mean, the biggest thing is it isn't going to be just a chicken house type thing.
No.
Right?
At first it will be.
But that's our goat pen in the future. So we want to set it up in the sense for the goats. And really planning out for the goats. The chickens I ain't too worried about. They can be in there.
I mean, as it is right now.
As it is right now.
We could put some wire around it.
And be good.
And it would be all right.
But I don't want...
we don't want to do that.
We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So we got some work ahead of us today. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna get moving quite a bit.
And I think Brittany's actually gonna come out and help us today. She was talking to me about that last night. She's like, I know I'm big old fat prego, but I can come out and I could hand you guys screws. I'm like, well, come on, girl. So we'll see it. We'll see if she feels like it today. If she feels like, being our gopher, or whether she decides to hang out on the couch and watch History's Mysteries or something. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? But she is going to be here today. So, and she said she wanted to help last night. So I don't know. We'll see. But
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They're still moseying this morning. They haven't even gotten up and gotten coffee or anything. They're on a different schedule though too, because Colin works swing shift.
No,
he doesn't get off of work until like 10 at night, and so they don't usually go to bed until like 1 or so in the morning. And they don't wake up until like 10 or 11 or something. But that's just because of his work schedule. So we'll see if she decides to get her butt out and mosey and help us. And if she does, cool. If she doesn't, that's fine too. But today, Gary and I are going to try to get the rest of the metal that we have up on the building. You want to tell them about what happened was? You want to tell them about what happened was?
I don't know where my math came from.
The math wasn't mathin'.
Because I'm a sheet shy. So that makes me wonder if I'm a sheet or two shy for the sides.
The walls.
So I really need to get down there and work on the sides to figure out how much more metal I need to get.
So spoiler alert, I'll move again so you guys can try to see. You see that green thing down over there? Over there? Gary's got all of the roofing on, except for the ridge cap.
All of what we have on hand. All of what we have,
right? He's got all of what we have for the roof on.
I don't know what I did.
He still needs to put the ridge cap on, but...
I think I thought that they were like 42 inches or like 40 inches or something like that.
Yeah, and they ended up being like 36 or something. They ended
up being exactly 36. I don't know.
So we literally need one more sheet of that green metal. So there will be a trip into town to at least get the one sheet. I don't know where
that math came from.
And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get all the walls up today. We're going to try to get as much done with all the materials that we have on hand today, because we know that we're going to have to go into town now and get that one extra sheet of metal for the roof. And then we could put the ridge cap on it and like finalize it. And we may have to go get some door hinges and like latches. We might have some of that in our storage tent, but I think we used it all when we made Pecker Palace. I think we used the last of the latches.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we used the last of the latches.
I'm pretty positive I know what I did.
What's that? Oh, for the metal? Yeah. For the math? What happened?
Because I was like, dude, I remember measuring it. I remember measuring it,
Oh, you measured it.
I didn't.
You measured it.
I don't think I accounted for the tab.
The overlap?
The overlap.
You probably didn't.
Man.
You probably didn't. And Gary and I are trying.
Mistake, man. I swear.
Well, and look, so we're trying to pinch our pennies and everything super tight right now, because obviously we have a roof to go up and build. Gary just spent like a truckload of money on Zipboard and everything so we can keep projects rolling, and like everything is very, very expensive. We just had taxes, so we're trying to cut it down to okay, we need how many sheets? We don't want to have too much excess. The Zipboard thing, I'm fine with that, because one, we have to put roofing on here. We got the mudroom to do. We're going to keep working over at the playhouse.
We got a lot to do. So
we got the garage. The Zipboard is not going to be, wasted. Granted, did we need to buy it all right now? Maybe not, but we got a discount by ordering that much. So it was one of those things. It was
No.
But yeah, so we're trying to get it down to exactly where it needs to go and not overspend on supplies. We're trying to get it right where it needs.
No.
And so it's all good though, guys. We will end up have to go into town and get one more sheet of the roofing, and we're gonna hopefully not have to get any more walls.
No.
Today, if we can use our goal for today to be to get up all of the walls and possibly frame out where the door is going to be, or make the door, or cut out the door, or whatever, and that kind of stuff for the new run, then that would be a super successful day.
No.
But we'll see. We'll see what the weather does, honestly. Like we're playing.
It really is weather pending.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, as much as, I would like to say otherwise on that one, it is really weather pending.
And then one of the next things that we're going to have to work on, like pretty immediately, like within the next day or so, is moving the horse trailer and getting all the feed and stuff out of that and building our new kick-it shed from Patio Well, which we're really excited to set up.
Yep.
And getting all of that set up so that way we can do the run part of it.
Yep.
So, and then it'll make, all the food and everything right there, easy for Pecker Palace, easy for the 100 chickens and then the goats and stuff when we get it. But that'll be one of the next things that we're going to try to get done this week. But we didn't want to build the kick-it shed yet until we get the walls up for the 100 chicken run because, it'd make it more tight quarters to work around.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
but that shed should go up pretty easy.
That shed should go up pretty easy.
That's what they say. I mean, that's what it looks like. I'll let you know.
I'm excited to get that thing set up.
Me too.
That's also another reason why we were trying to figure out. We've been changing plans and everything else, trying to figure out, okay, where exactly are we going to put this?
Yeah, where's that going to go exactly?
Where is it? I mean, I have a feeling we're going to be able to put it in there and have our IBC tote right next to it.
I think so too. And then we'll do we plan to do some type of water catchment off of it and off of the actual metal building that we have up too.
Yeah.
So obviously we have the water spigot right there and we could fill it up, but it would be really nice to have water catchment on there too, have it set up to where, it's catching its own as well.
It's catching its own water and we can, set that up with the watering system and everything else like that.
It's one less chore to worry about.
Yeah. That saves a lot of headache right there. The watering the chickens and watering all the animals and everything else like that, it saves so much time.
Yeah. How the gravity fed systems that we got set up right now for bunnies and for the chickens, it definitely saves so much time.
Man, because the bunnies, we would have to fill it up literally every single day. And there's in the summertime, you're out there in the morning and in the evening time trying to keep it full.
And keep it from being too hot.
And keeping it too hot from hot, and all that. So,
yeah.
So it makes it that much easier and that much nicer to be able to walk down there in the summertime, and throw an ice block.
We still want to put some gutters on the Pecker Palace as well. And because there is that big 55-gallon barrel over there. And we do want to put some gutters on the Pecker Palace and pipe it over to that too. We just haven't done it yet. It's just another one of those things. But it is in the plans. It is in the plans to have that set up to where that's constantly,
flowing and
going and good to go. But that'll happen. It'll happen one day at a time, friends. One day at a time.
Exactly.
Well, I don't think as far as, it really depends on the weather. And I don't know what we're going to be able to get done for the deck build over here this week with the weather being so nasty, because Gary and I are going to have to cut off this whole eave and expose our home and then get the rafters and stuff up. And now I really want to get that done, but we need at least 3 days of some good, no worries, sunshine. And I don't know, the weather can change.
It can.
It can change. So I don't know when we're going to start getting the rafters up, but I do know that we got to start cutting out all the rafters and getting all the templates made. So we'll probably push forward with some of that this week too. I don't know. We'll update you guys as the week progresses. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Yeah.
But it should be pretty nice and pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to everything on it, dude. I really am. I'm so excited that the weather's changing.
Me too.
And that the progress is going as good as it's going.
I'm not looking forward to the heat of the summer though, I tell you what.
No. But it's gonna be nice being able to work inside the house.
Yeah. We're just gonna have to have that fan blowing.
Oh yeah.
It's
gonna be super nice. I'm looking forward to it. It really, I feel like it's gonna go a lot smoother than what I'm worried about, or what we're all worried about in a sense. I feel like it's gonna go pretty smooth. The metal's going to be, the roof part of the metal is going to be a bit of a nightmare. I'm not gonna lie, but as soon as we go over that hurdle,
Everything else will be smooth
Everything
sailing.
else should be smooth sailing.
We're so optimistic.
Should be.
It's a good mentality to have, right?
Man.
It's a very good mentality to have.
Yes.
Well, friends, we're going to wrap this one up because we do want to get out there and get to work while it's still nice and overcasty and before the rain comes. And we want to get a move on this day. But I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and watching today's episode of Real Talk with SLR. We'll update you guys. Maybe we'll take you guys on a walk around and show you some behind the scenes stuff tomorrow. Maybe we'll see. And I'm going to have some new videos coming out on Simple Life Reclaimed probably tomorrow as well. Before we leave, though, I want to remind you guys, please go over to Sherman Family Farms and send them some love and support because I know that they could really use it right now. And then also something good. Today is actually Drew, our very good friend Drew with Drew's Lens birthday.
Yes.
So I have 2 favors to ask for you guys. I ain't asking too much. Go to Sherman Family Farms and send them some love and support because of the tornado hitting them and them going through some stuff right now. And they could use that. But also go over to Drew with Drew's Lens and give him a happy birthday from everybody from us. Because Drew's a really awesome guy. He's always doing everything to help everybody. An amazing human being. And we love him so, so much. So if you guys can go over there and say that to our friends, I know that it would brighten up their day. And if you guys don't know who they are, you guys probably just found 2 new awesome channels that you guys can go ahead and binge. Yeah. So, all right. Well, we're going to get rolling on the day. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Go get you another cup of coffee. Go plan yourself a wonderful day today. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. So until the next one, friends, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.